Aircraft carrier. This is the undisputed queen of the seas and the centerpiece of a modern navy. An aircraft carrier is a floating, sovereign airbase, capable of projecting air power anywhere in the world. Modern U.S. carriers are nuclear-powered, while most other nations operate conventionally powered carriers. Their massive flight decks use powerful steam or electromagnetic catapults to launch heavily armed jets and arresting wires to recover them. They are not designed to fight other ships directly. Their power is the air wing they carry, a force of dozens of fighter jets, surveillance aircraft, and helicopters. The American Gerald R. Ford class is the newest and most advanced in the world. Cruiser. This is the classic air defense commander and the big shield of a carrier strike group. A cruiser is a large, multi-mission surface warship packed with advanced radar and a deep missile battery, built around sophisticated command and control like Aegis to track and engage swarms of threats. In the U.S. fleet, the Ticonderoga class long filled this role. As they retire, many cruiser duties are shifting to large destroyers. Globally, the label blurs. Some destroyers are cruiser-sized in everything but name, yet the mission remains the same: protect the force and coordinate the fight. Destroyer. This is the workhorse of the modern Navy. A destroyer is fast, versatile, and heavily armed, built to handle air, surface, and subsurface threats in one hull. With advanced radars and vertical launch systems, they can shoot down aircraft and missiles, launch land attack strikes, and hunt submarines. They are smaller and more numerous than cruisers, able to operate independently or inside a larger strike group. The U.S. Navy's Arleigh Burke class is the most numerous and successful destroyer class ever built. Frigate. A frigate is a slightly smaller, often more affordable multi-mission combatant with a focus on escort and anti-submarine warfare. Modern frigates are no pushovers. They carry serious sensors, helicopters, and vertical launch cells, making them ideal for protecting convoys, amphibious forces, and sea lanes. They free up high-end destroyers for the toughest fights while covering the vast, everyday security jobs. The new American Constellation class is a modern example in development. Corvette. This is the compact street fighter of the fleet, a small, high-value multi-role combatant optimized for coastal waters but capable enough for blue water tasks. Corvettes carry modern missiles, guns, and sensors at a fraction of the cost of larger ships. Many medium and small navies rely on them as primary combatants. They're quick to build, easier to crew, and punch well above their size. Offshore patrol vessel. This is the present ship, a lightly armed, long-legged platform for policing exclusive economic zones, fisheries protection, counter-piracy, and maritime security. OPVs emphasize endurance and deck space over heavy weapons. They are the ships most citizens actually see, day in and day out, keeping the maritime domain orderly. In a crisis, they queue in heavier warships. Fast attack craft. This is the coastal ambusher. Small, fast, and hard-hitting, these boats carry anti-ship missiles and dart along littorals to threaten much larger vessels. Their strategy is simple: speed, surprise, and the clutter of coastal waters. For nations defending choke points and short coastlines, they are a cost-effective deterrent. Submarine. This is the silent apex predator of the naval world. Attack submarines, known as SSN, stalk enemy subs and ships, launch cruise missiles, and collect intelligence from the deep. Many frontline submarines are diesel-electric, or SSK, often with air-independent propulsion that lets them lurk quietly for long periods in shallow, crowded seas. Ballistic missile submarines, called SSBN, hide for months as a nation's ultimate nuclear deterrent. A cruise missile variant, SSGN, trades ballistic missiles for large magazines of precision strike weapons and special operations gear. Amphibious assault ship. This is the Marine Corps' mothership. It looks like a small aircraft carrier, but its mission is to move a Marine Expeditionary Unit, thousands of Marines, their vehicles, and supplies to a hostile shore and support them once there. It operates helicopters and short takeoff jets from a full flight deck and, in most variants, launches landing craft from a flooded well deck. Early America-class ships focused on aviation and omitted the well deck. Later, ships restore it. These big decks usually sail with amphibious partners as an amphibious-ready group. Transport dock and landing ship. These are the armored moving vans of an amphibious force. Both carry Marines, vehicles, and cargo and launch them through a well deck using air cushion and utility landing craft. LPDs add more aviation capacity, command spaces, and medical facilities, while LSDs emphasize cargo and deck volume. Together with an assault ship, they form a flexible team that can land and sustain a force ashore. LCS. This is the specialist for tight, contested coastal waters. The concept is speed and modularity. Swap in mission packages for mine countermeasures, anti-submarine warfare, or surface warfare against small craft. In practice, the program has been pared back and repurposed, with some ships retired early, but the core idea, fast hulls tailored for the littorals, lives on in newer designs and unmanned teammates. Mine countermeasures. This is one of the smallest but most critical warships. Mines are cheap, deadly, and persistent. MCM ships use low-signature hulls, high-definition sonars, and teams of divers and unmanned vehicles to find and neutralize them. Increasingly, navies push mine hunting to drones launched from other ships to keep crews out of danger. Their job is to open the sea lanes so everyone else can fight and trade. Replenishment. This is the fleet's life support system. Oilers and fast combat support ships refuel and rearm carriers, destroyers, and submarines at sea, extending reach for weeks or months. Without them, blue water operations shrink to the range of a fuel tank. They are not glamorous, but every missile fired and every sortie flown depends on them. Special Mission Ship. These are the quiet enablers. Command ships that run complex operations, intelligence collectors bristling with antennas, survey and research vessels mapping the deep, and hospital ships that bring a floating trauma center to a crisis. Some are purpose-built. Many are smart conversions of commercial hulls. They rarely make headlines, but campaigns fall apart without what they deliver. Uncrewed Warship. This is the fast-rising teammate. Large and medium unmanned surface vessels and unmanned undersea vehicles scout ahead, tow sensors, hunt mines, act as decoys, and increasingly serve as extra magazines for missiles. Controlled from manned ships or ashore, they push risk outward and expand a fleet's eyes, ears, and reach. Expect them to grow from niche helpers to central players over the coming years. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments which type of ship you would want to serve on.